Hi everyone, myself Tanjo Singh, and my topic is the Bobo doll experiment. Let us talk about the summary. Albert Bandura, 1961, Bobo doll experiment was the original research that was conducted in the subject of this publication. The purpose of this experiment to look was to look how violence affects children's mindset and their attitude or their aggressiveness. Children in this research were exposed to an adult's violent interactions with a huge bubble doll, and other children were kept in a quiet place, or we can say in a control group, or we can say the non-violence. After then, the research was conducted, and the kids' expressions were recorded, and their level of aggression was gauged. So there are the different variables like the independent variable, the type of the interaction, the children were exposed to aggressiveness or we can say non-aggressiveness, and there was dependent variable DV, the children behavior, specifically their level of aggression. Let us talk about the procedure. Children were given items uh, to play while sitting in a room. After that, an adult person enters the room and beats that big bobber doll or yell it to them. And next, in to giving a little little tension to the children, there was also the light punishments given to the children, and there was another group of children that was in the controlled environment, or we can say they were contacted in a non-violent. After that, child conducted was assessed by many observers in a relation to different types of aggression. These kids then were taken to the another room and given the same kind of bubble doll. Then after that, their level of aggression was checked in order to ascertain whether the kids were inherently hostile or were just replicating the conduct they had seen as an experimental condition. The experiments were closely watched the kids' precise activities. So here are some results. The main finding of this Bobadol experiment was that kids who had experienced the aggressive interaction with the doll was more aggressively than the kids in a controlled group. You can say the results of this experiment helped people to learn social learning theory, which hold that the kids pick up behavior was from watching adults. So here are some criticisms of this experiment. This experiment was conducted in a controlled laboratory, which we can say was not a proper, accurate representation of the real life circumstances. Furthermore, it did not fully examine means long-term consequences. This experiment was conducted in short term, so it was we can say not accurate. Some scholars also contend that the additional variables such as parental influence or psychological issues may affect this experiment. After this, there are applications. Our knowledge of human behavior has greatly benefited by Bobadol experiment. We can see in this generation whose children's parents are more aggressive. After that, this also affect their children and mostly their also aggressiveness. It also emphasizes that how crucial it is to carry out more studies to investigate that long-term impacts and contributing the variables. This knowledge consequences for laws and policies, including the need of media rating system and necessity of having conversation with the kids regarding media violence. Thank you guys. This was the my experiment conducted by Albert Bandura. Thank you.